back in just a moment. When we return, we shall complete warp drive and make our first warp attempt. One moment, please. Okay, I am back. Let us get our warp drive. We're at 96%. Then we're going to have to go in and make a few ship design changes and upgrades and build some ships. We have discovered hyperspace technology, allowing our starships to travel faster than light. This momentous discovery means we can finally leave our own solar system and travel to faraway stars, truly exploring the galaxy. This amazing discovery has produced a new scientist in our empire, Sabri Kawas. We should exploit this new capability by redesigning and building new ships with these hyperdrives. Okay. Now things are going to start to get interesting. It's not quite there yet because we don't have the full hyperdrive capability that we truly need to explore. Okay, first of all, let's look at the new scientist. High-tech and energy research. Energy and weapons research. We need to move him to the energy research lab. It would be this. Let's go in there and rename that. That's not... It's a construction ship. What the heck? Go to the research center. Go to research station. There we go. Energy research station. We're going to rename this to the Energy Center. And we're going to assign that scientist down there. Okay, now let us make ourselves some ships. Let's start with state ships. Sort by size here. Let's go with our exploration ship first. I'm going to click auto upgrade and then go in and into the design. What it should have done is upgrade any existing components, such as the fuel cells, that could be upgraded without adding anything new. We need the warp bubble generator. Okay, that will allow us to travel outside of the system at a range of 1/2 of a sector, which basically gives it an effective range of 1/4 of a sector, quarter out and a quarter back. Also isn't max hyperspeed is 2000 for this type of drive. We only have a max hyperspeed of 590. We need to add at least one space reactor to get something close to max speed. I'm not worried about max speed for the exploration ships, but I definitely want more than 1/4 of its capability. I think that's good for an exploration ship. We need to add HAD and life support. Welcome for those that just joined. Distant Worlds Universe, early game pre-warp setup here. We are no longer pre-warp. I guess technically we are because we haven't built anything with the warp. But we just got our warp drive capability. Okay, the other thing is we need more fuel. That gives us a range of 1.08, and we're above our max size. Oh, that's not good. Wow. Okay, not much we can do about that until we get our next ship size, which is being researched now. That'll at least give us the exploration ships. The other one we'll do is a construction ship right now. And again, we'll auto upgrade that. Should replace all the cargoes and fuels with the current size cargo and fuel. I think that's probably about the only upgrade we had. And let's add our warp generator. Add one reactor. That gives us about 3/4 max speed, that's fine. Gives us a range of 1.19. We can bump that up a little bit as well. 1.5 is good, I think. Now for these we're going to add a little bit of shielding and armor as well. Just to allow it to have a chance to get out of our harm's way should it come to that. 1.5 sectors, that is good for an initial design. We haven't gotten entertainment systems done yet, so we don't need to worry about passenger compartments. Okay, let's go into our exploration ships and queue those for retrofit. Now, if you remember, those that were here when we started, okay, are you able to refuel here? What's going on here? We've been hovering outside that for a while. There's a bit of gas on there, yes. Docking bays are open. I don't think it's able to catch up to the... I might end up just scrapping that, because it does not look like it's going to be able to refuel. We'll watch it for a minute while the other ships go through their retrofit process. I haven't done any of my military ships yet. I need, I'll probably I probably should at least get the escorts redesigned as well. Show latest escort. We're not gonna have a oh, okay, it was a small size already. I thought I had maxed out its size. Okay, I would have to pull something off. I guess we'll pull the reactor off. It'll go about a little over about 60% of max hyperdrive speed. That is fine. Everything else had already been upgraded. Oh no, wait, guess what? I forgot about this. We can pull these off. I didn't know I had long-range guns on them. And we're going to change, since this is the first of the series, Castoff's military ship. It's an escort, so it will be called the Esquire. It's got one shield and a little bit of armor. Let us go with Maxos. There we go. Excess energy. Okay. And we want a single concussion missile. This is a firepower of 31. No, you know what? Scratch that. No concussion missiles. Maxos. Okay. So we now have a hyperdrive capable military ship, and we will order Fleet 1 to retrofit to latest designs. And all of our ships are going to retrofit. This guy is never going to catch up to that mining base as to refuel. It might be inching closer. We'll leave it go. But what we will do is we will build a second construction ship of the current design. Because I don't know that that ship that will ever catch up to the base there. Well, we'll leave it go for a while. In a year or two, if it hasn't caught up, then we'll just replace it. We'll scrap it. Nope, I'm not going to pay for system maps at this point. They're usually worthless. And they have been in the past anyway. I don't know, maybe they've tweaked it a little bit in Universe. We still have a nice cash flow. We have good income. We are researching the new ship size, spaceship construction, which will allow us to go up to a 230 ship size, which will allow us to build a decent frigate. And again, once we get about 50%, we'll crash research that. Okay, our fleets are done. And they should be at the Esquire class now, right? Yep, Esquire class, okay. So they are now, oh, you know what we didn't do? Let's go back into design. Let's go to our private ships. We need to manually upgrade the civilian ships as well. Give them more capability. And a little bit of range. Cargo capacity is 1500, that's good. This is the small one, so that is good. Range of a half a sector. And the medium freighter, really, oops. Auto upgrade that, again, I do the auto upgrade that fixes all the fuel cells and reactors and anything else that I have an upgrade on. So they've got a 3,000 capacity and fuel cells. range of about half a sector themselves. I can't get much bigger anyway, so I'm going to do the same thing with the mining ships. Now these guys, I want to put as much range on as I can, which means, oops, and I'm not worried at all about their speed actually. So about 3/4 of a sector of range there. Eventually I'll upgrade these to include much higher cargo capacity as well, but right now I'm just getting basic capability on them. They will, as they finish their existing missions, the civilian economy will automatically upgrade their ships to warp capability. I think. Yeah, retrofits on automatic. Okay. Speaking of which, let's take a look and see how the civilian economy is doing. They have a revenue of 540,000, of which tax 91,000 in taxes going to the government, and 16,000 to the ships and bases. They have no fuel costs at the moment. That will change. For a total cash flow of 434,000 for the civilians. Me, I have that 91,000 in tax income and 3,000 in spaceport income. I'm paying 29,000 in half a year, so about 60,000 a year in protection fees right now. But I still have a positive cash flow, so we're good there. Let's bump it up a little bit in speed. I'm waiting for my exploration ships and construction ship to come out of refit to be able to start making use of those. Okay, one of our ships has made its first hyperdrive jump. Distances it previously took months can now be covered nearly instantaneously. Next stop, the stars. We're now speeding through hyperspace, and who knows what it will discover. And one thing that didn't happen is we didn't get the space monster increase. Okay, there we go. Now that we have our warp drive capability, the orange blob turned blue. Mainly because our influence based on population is so much larger than theirs right now. So I'm at double speed right now. Let me pop this down. This is standard hyper warp bubble generator speed. It's extremely slow still. And that is at again, it's about 60% of its capable speed if I were to have room to put the additional reactor on, which I'm not. Okay, so we have a construction ship now with warp capability. We're going to go ahead and finish building our stations. There's our silicon source. He is not catching up. I'm just scrapping him. With any luck, he'll be able to, because he's moving into the planetary orbit, he'll be able to hit that spaceport. What are we doing? Graviton, I think? We can bump this up again a little bit. So we already know we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mining stations he's managed to build already. I've got 5 and a research center. But my mining stations, the rest of them will be popped down here shortly. I guess I finished a second one. I didn't catch the notification. There's a few different ways to navigate the menus here. You notice in this case I had selected a construction ship and then went to a planet, right click, and it gave me a selection of things to build. The other thing I can do is I can select the planet itself, come down here to this menu, and I can queue ships to build the appropriate type of bases. So I'll queue room to build a mining station there, so the next one available will do that. Okay, improved logistics was what we were doing, so our troop maintenance is lowered, which is not a big deal right now. We're not spending a lot on troops. We only have one troop right now. So there's multiple different ways to navigate through the game. You can come up here to the construction yard, select a ship, and well, I guess I can't build planetary view through that one. 30% to the ship's size, 96% on the entertainment systems, at which point we will design a resort base. Welcome for those that have just joined. My first playthrough of Universe, and I went with one of my typical setups, a pre-warp setup in the Age of Shadows. I think the theme that I am on actually is the one of the mods, Racial 40 mod race pack. And I don't know how the themes interact with each other at this point, so I think it's basically an Age of Shadows setting with all of the storylines enabled. Colony happiness has gone up, and we're starting in a rather going to be a rather difficult start. I think it is a hard game to start. 1400 systems, max expense research, and we have found the ancient guardians. Ancient, called the Mechanoids in the Shandar system. Hey, I'm the Shandar. How is he in my system? They're a very strange race. They exist as pure logic living inside computer networks. They can project their presence on holographic displays or video screens. They are assisted by small robots called Helpernoids, who build and maintain all of the machinery for the Mechanoid civilization. This machine race describe themselves as the guardians of the Dagilian Major system. They warn you not to enter this system. It is a forbidden zone. They appear to be unfriendly and unwelcoming. Perhaps it would be wise to stay clear of them. Wow. Unwelcoming mechanoids. I think that may be the first time they've been unfriendly to me. Okay. Let me see if F-14 Deathanori system. It is got 4 planets and 4 moons and no resources. Now, is it really no resources, or is it? No, it's not no resources, it's unknown resources. So those are still worthless events, and I will refuse to pay them any more money for that. It would be different if the resources were known at least. Okay, construction ship completed its mission. Let's build more. It's our silicon planet, right? Yep. So we now have sources of silicon, as well as zirconium. Oh wait, you should be queued up for something else, right? Maybe? No, we'll queue one here anyway. Now here shortly we'll start the research of colonization, I think, as well. Not quite to the where I'm ready to do that. I need to get my ship sizes and get some frigates built first. Okay, we've completed research and entertainment systems, so we're going to come in here. We're going to design 2 new ship types. We'll model the passenger ship off of a medium freighter, I think. So we're going to copy that as new. We will pull off the cargo bays and add passenger modules instead. Oops, we need to change that from a freighter to a passenger ship. We add 5 passenger modules, each module has capacity of 1.2 million. Everything else can stay the same, I believe. So here's our passenger ship, and then as far as the base, we'll just do this from scratch, and we'll make this a resort base. Castoff's resort base, Golden Spire. And let's start adding the components. And again, we're doing this from scratch, so we're going to start with the command center as soon as I find it. And go to the reactor component. And then the reason I'm doing it this way is these ships are built and repaired in the order they are populating the overall list here. So I want basic energy command center so that I can have defense available for those bases immediately. And we'll go with our habit life support. And we're going to need several of these, so we might as well put them on. Actually, we're going to need more than one reactor as well. So we'll put that on. Then we will add we need a rec center and passenger components. There's the rec center. There's passenger components. We need a commerce center. Some docking bays, yes. And 3 at a time. 2 at a time. We can tweak that if needed later on. And fuel cells, we'll go with 2. Again, we still don't have energy collector. That will be probably next on the list. And we will have some base weapons on it, some base defensive capability. It's not going to be much, just enough to discourage attack as much as possible. We'll have more shields. 300 in shields is probably good. We can't do energy collectors. Okay, let's see if there's anything else we need. We have an excess energy output is sufficient. We'll add some more passenger components. How many do we have? 6. Doesn't it say somewhere what our total? It does not. That's fine. 8. That's almost. That's 99.6 million. That's good enough, I think. Size is 258. That's still pretty good. Is there something else? Something else that I want on it? I don't know. Could be sneaky and put a research lab of each type on, which is good when the scenery bonus is also at a research location, which isn't the case at this point. Let's just add a little bit more armor and we'll call this good. Okay, so we have passenger ships and resort base capability now, so we'll come up here, and this little planet here has a huge scenery bonus here, so we're going to put a queue of research base for that location. Zoom out, we can take a look at what is in there. There's 9 planets and 12 moons. And there is... okay. Wow. So we have 3 known races and they're all Shandar out of 40 races. Why did you not... did you not explore that full system? I'm going to turn you off of automatic, I think. And our half hour is up for the save. Let's take a quick look and see what we've got queued for high tech. We should have energy collection on the queue somewhere. Okay, corrupted weapons, followed by what? Nothing at this point. Followed by tractor beams, and better improvements to our Maxos blaster. Space construction, followed by Garrick's hyperdrive. We need to get energy collection in the queue. Maybe we'll do that before the Garrick's. It'll go fairly quick. It's got a project size of 480,000 compared to 3.8 million. Okay, over here we've got medical, resource exploration, then we'll queue crew systems, which will require fewer life support and have modules per ship size, and then countermeasures. So everything there is queued up for a while. That one's still not retrofitted. Why aren't you retrofitted? Because you weren't at the base. That would be why. Okay, we should see not passenger ships, but these freighters retrofitting as well. See, some of them, if you can see, warping off. But some of them haven't retrofitted yet, probably because the docking bays are all full at the moment, or construction bays. Important warning that you need to hear. Do we have your full attention? Tell us more. The Dark Ones of ancient times long to return. They seek a pathway back to dominate overall. Beware of unknown monuments and beacons that light the way. Be prepared for the revenge of the destroyers. Typical, I believe that was Shak'Tori storyline. Return of the Shak'Tori first expansion of the game. And again, I do have all of the storylines enabled here, so we're going to see a wide range of events pop up. Okay, Fleet 1. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Is Control 1. Oops. Control 1. Typical RTS controls for grouping things as well, which is nice. Okay, 61%. We can go ahead and crash research space construction now. It only cost us 47,000 to crash research that. We have 250,000, so we're good there. Okay, exploration ship completed its mission. We should build a couple more exploration ships. The reason I haven't built, you know what, we're not until we get Garrick's hyperdrive. Reason I haven't built a lot of exploration ships at this point is we did have that map discovery which showed us a lot of the local local systems already. One planet, no moons, no resources. Is that no resources or unexplored? It's unexplored. Go back here, explore that. Okay, we have a race of Shandar here. Shandar have not broken out into a full empire yet. So, but the pirates have a base on both of them. They already have a hidden pirate base on both planets. They're getting their expansion done fairly quickly. We're going to go back and try to fully explore that system, find out what resources are out there. Again, we don't have a huge range on these. Until we get the Garrick's hyperdrive, we won't. After after I finish exploring that system. As a matter of fact, I will have to refuel. And after we get these base items done, we will go with the... Oops. No, it's over here. We will queue colonization. Most of those are small projects, so they'll go fairly quick. And we will cross research them as we can. No discoveries, no 30,000 credits for you to build and buy new ships with. I'm not at the point where I could even investigate the discoveries if, even if I knew where they were. And if they're close enough that I could stumble across them, then, well, I'll stumble across them anyway. We can take a look at our spaceport here. Take a look at the construction yards are all empty right now. Docking bays, there's one of the pirates, I think. Or maybe an independent ship. There's some independent ships floating there, it looks like. Okay, space construction. We can now make bigger bases and ships. So, now we're going to go in and do a frigate. And we're going to go into the edit mode here rather than anything else. Get rid of the guns. Get rid of the small fuel cells. And everything else can stay. This one is going to be primarily missiles with a couple of the blasters. We need the warp generator. I need standard fuel cells. Half a sector is good. Again, once we get Garrick's hyperdrive, some of those fuel cells may come off because 5 fuel cells with a Garrix is probably like 6 sectors or something like that. We need more half-life support. No problem. Shield and armor, definitely needed. 200 shields is... okay, that's too much. Okay, hyperdrive, we want to get as close to max with maybe not until we get Garrick's hyperdrive. Will I worry about that? We'll keep it at this. Firepower 62, energy output is 82. I want another shield on if I can. How much over? We're 7 over. Well, 1 fuel cell off and 1 armor off. And we will call that good. Military ship. This is a frigate size, so we will go with the Frightener. And we will build five of those. And what we'll do is we'll change our fleet composition up a little bit once those are done. Again, until I get the Garrick's hyperdrive, it really isn't a huge deal, but let's see, what resources do we know about? A little bit there. Gah, I forgot about that. That's really it. That system really has the only known resources. Again, we're exploring this system now, so that'll help open up resources maybe. If the Shandar race there hasn't expanded into an empire anytime soon, we'll be able to grab some resources up there. The problem is we'll be fighting off with fighting the pirates for resources in that system as well. Even the gas cloud didn't have any known resources. Go figure. Okay, probably have about another hour on this save here. Independent colony discovered. Yes, independent colony of Shandars, and this is really surprising. And that's in that Shandar system. Probably, likely, we could easily colonize this planet. Look at all those pirates. And these, let's take a look. They're a firepower 45 frigate, firepower 30 escort. So we're talking about a total firepower in this little fleet here, which are rating Shandar 1 of about, let's see, 6 ships, about 200 firepower total. Meantime, our fleet of escorts has a firepower of 210, and we're going to be adding, like I said, we're going to change the fleet composition here. We're going to end up pulling some of those escorts out. And putting some frigates in instead. And the escorts are going to go on automatic. Keep 3 of those in military ships. And put 5 of the frigates into the fleet. I still have 1 being built. Or did I only build 5? In that case, 4 into the fleet is fine. The rest are on escort and patrol duty here. So they will keep my ships and bases safe. Must be escorting. I like the frigates being on escort duty, but that's fine. At this stage, I'm not too worried about it. 3rd fleet. Oops. We screwed up. Screwed up a little bit. I put 1 into a new fleet instead of putting it in the existing fleet. 3rd fleet, you go to Solar Defense Fleet. And 3rd fleet is no more. Okay, good. Welcome to those that are just... Oh, what do we have here? Have a construction ship. Oh, I would love to capture a construction ship. I don't think I have the capability to do it. I can't even see who owns it. It's these guys, Cruel Corsairs, who have 6 ships and 333 firepower. Guess what? Cancel protection agreement. We have, okay, there's the 2nd Shandar colony in that system. Unfortunately, I can't capture it now that I think about it. But a pirate losing a construction ship, that's a big thing for the pirates in the early game. Colony happiness skill level increase, good. Because they have no capability to build the large ships like colony ships and construction ships. And our leader has been replaced. God, he goes quickly. Oops, we got a badly damaged ship. I'll have to take a look and see what that is. We found the people that we just broke the protection agreement with certainly are up there. Okay, this guy's a bit better, although we get a -2 construction speed, which is not good. Troop recruitment rate, plus to happiness, and energetic, +5 to all existing skills, and he's got 3 scalable skills: colony income, ship maintenance savings, civilian ship maintenance savings, and diplomacy bonus. So that's all good. While I'm thinking about it, we do have an ambassador. Let's send an ambassador over. He might as well be doing something useful. Okay, so large freighter. Damaged by what? I don't see an enemy ship there. Large freighter's been badly damaged and stranded. Oh, okay, there is a cruel Corsair ship there. He managed to escape. Oh well. No big deal. And the ships are topping up every chance they get. That's good. Allow them to warp in and out. Yeah, I'm having a problem with... I can certainly turn game volume down. I'm having a problem with getting the microphone adjusted properly. I'm going to have to do that offline. Before my next session, I'll try that. But I can certainly turn game volume down some more. I already played with it. I have two different sound systems, and the two, I think, are conflicting with each other. So I need to get that sorted out at some point between now and the next session. This session's going to only go another, maybe an hour or so. I'll speak up as best I can, and like I said, turning the game sound down certainly will help maybe. Okay, what do we know about this system now? So, plenty of minables in there again. Oh, pardon me. I'd be fighting pirates in that every step of the way, so I'm not going to send any construction ships out there at this point. Over here, in the meantime, pardon me. I've been at this for a few hours. My voice, I think, is starting to go. Absolutely nothing in that system. So we've got a system of planets, star systems here, a whole line of star systems with absolutely nothing in them. And that's going to prove problematic. I am quite sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 explored systems without any resources in it. Of the explored systems with resources, 1 are owned by another race, 1 is inhabited by pirates. I only have 1 system that I can semi-safely mine right now. Oh, there's... okay, I take that back. There's a single resource up there as well. Gravitic weapons. So we are now researching tractor beams. And again, I haven't used gravitic weapons a lot. They're nice. They bypass shields and armor, so that's fairly nice. Very short range weapon. I might actually make a design with them. We'll see. Oops, unpause. And we are now, I think, researching Garrett. No, energy collection. That's right. That was going to be a quick one, and we will crash that as well to get that done and get to the Jarek's hyperdrive as quickly as we can. Because Jarek's hyperdrive is like almost 4 million worth of research points required. So it's going to take a little while as it is. For those wondering, this game is now available on Steam. For the first time, they made an agreement with Steam to host the game there. You can. I don't know how it is posted on Steam. I think it is just Distant Worlds Universe on Steam, which is the base game plus all 4 expansions. If you already owned any of the game, you could actually go to their website, matrixgames.com, and get discounts for each expansion that you own prior to Universe. And for me, I owned all the base plus all 3 prior expansions, so I had a $40 discount on it that way. So if you at some point in the past played the original game but never really bought the expansions and got into it, you could still get a discount if you bought it through their site there. Okay, our cash flow is still really good. Well, let's take a look at our colony. We now have 27 billion people, and it still has a growth rate of 6%, so it's still growing fairly well. Okay, medical systems. So we will be adding those to our spaceport here in the near future. I want one or two more upgrades before I go through another retrofit round. So our colony revenue is 113,000 right now in taxes, giving us a total cash flow of 62,000 after we pay the maintenance and pirate fees. I certainly need energy collectors before I do my next retrofit, and I can speed this up again. Again, at this stage of the game, things are still a little bit on the slow pace side, so I can run at higher speeds. This exploration ship should be just about done with his exploration, I would think. Explorer star, okay. There's our energy collection, and we will now start on Garrick's hyperdrive, which will really expand the game. 3.8 million research points required. So again, once it gets to about 50%, we'll take a look and see if we can crash Researcher. Right now, it would take almost 1 million credits to crash, and obviously we don't have anywhere near that. But again, we want to get it as quickly as possible, so around 40-50% completion rate, we will look at potentially crashing that. Now, one thing I haven't looked at, I should have done this. Let's take a look. Any research locations only in the occupied territory, so we can't do anything there. Scenery, again, occupied territory, potential colonies. Okay, so we don't have anything. Again, very bad starting position is what we've got. Our starting solar system is good, but the lack of any planets in a whole line of star systems here is really, really bad for us. Our colonial range is 1.5 sectors. That's a game setup that I selected. So I would have to find some sort of colonizable planet up here in order to make the jump into one of the next sectors colonially. Other than that, I'm going to have to conquer a planet in order to get a colony from which I can expand into the other clusters, which is going to be no, we already proved that that's worthless. I will not pay you for worthless information. In the meantime, the Ancient Guardians are now pleased with us. Okay, that's good. Our empires share a small volume of trade. Oh, we have trade with the Ancient Guardians. Good. They like our style of government, envious of our huge strength and power. Yeah, you're the ones to speak about huge strength and power. Our brother Shandar Harmony, cautious with us, like our government, naturally like us. Well, they're the same race, I would hope so. They covered our colony and resources. That's down to -20 from -30, and envious of our huge strength and power. Yeah, okay, sure. And I notice, okay, probably because we don't know where the Ancient Guardians are no longer on the victory condition. So, I guess that's pretty good. Our score is 101,000 to the 32,000. Okay, they're not on the victory conditions, they're on everything else. So we can actually take a look and see how we compare in the areas against the others. 27 million. Again, I don't generally compare myself against the Ancient Guardians. There's no reason to. But against the Shandar, about 3 times his population. Obviously, same territory. Economy, about 3 or 4 times the Shandar. I actually have a better strategic value than the Ancient Guardians. and about 3 times the Shandar again. Military strength, they still have about twice the number of military ships as me. And that's fine. At this stage of the game, I am not too worried about my military fleet strength. Not until I get another ship size, or no, not until I get the Garrux hyperdrive am I really worried about building a lot of ships. Stop exploring asteroids and explore planets. Let's see. I'm going to manually take control of him. They have a fetish with exploring asteroids when there's planets to explore. I see that has not been fixed in Universe. So we'll manually control him for a short bit here. There's a research bonus location there. And the pirates are having fun with the Shandar 2 system. We need to make sure we do not let them take full control of that either of those colonies and have a colonial empire. Right now they're just raiding the planets for resources and money and tech and whatever else they can get. We got a new ship captain. Hey. Hyper jump speed capability. Good. Send it off there. Lots of gas giants in this system, aren't there? 1, 2, 3, 4 gas giants in this system. Nice gas source there. I'm surprised the pirates didn't pop a base down there. Another ship captain. Hey, do we get a bonus to ship captain recruitment or something? That one's got a fighter skill. I didn't think we did. Let's see. We are the Shandar. Let's go to the Galactopedia. Alien races. Shandar. More likely to generate new ambassadors, colony governors, less likely to generate fleet admirals and generals. Huh, okay, we're just getting lucky and getting a bunch of captains pop up. Well, we will not complain about that. They will become useful, particularly later. Not as much right now, but hey, can't complain about having free people. I'm really surprised the pirates haven't popped down any mining stations in here. Maybe we could get away with putting a station or two down in this system. How are our construction ships doing? We had them up. They're done. Whoa. I did not see the notification for those. Okay. So we should have, that means we should have a resort base here. We do not have a resort base, but that's not the resort location, that's why. This is the resort location. Okay, why, I had something queued up, why didn't, already building a resort base there. Oh, hey, a new race has obtained maps include our area of the galaxy, means we can now contact them. They are a military dictatorship insectoid race with a population of about 2 billion. They have gifted scientists. They naturally like us. Us insects must stick together, I guess. They respect our good reputation. but our ignorance of the strange alien ways causes us to distrust you. -25, and that's standard when you meet a new race, unless it's your race, maybe, because I don't think I had that problem with the Shandar Harmony. They have military strength of 4,304 and a strategic value of 1.9 million. And they are ahead of us in score. Their racial victory conditions are destroy the most enemy ships and bases, conquer the most enemy colonies, own the